What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys. And today is just an update video of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I got a few things I want to talk about today. Some stuff concerning IGN, as well as a hint that we missed in the trailer. So let's roll the intro. Let's go. All right, guys. So, like I said, I'm wearing the hat today because underneath this hat is a horrible head of hair. So, I got my hat on today. Guys, I'm just going to roll some B-roll footage in the back. This is just a cut-ups. This channel is Game Finisher on YouTube. And this is just a cut-up of all the cutscenes. So, if you haven't seen the cutscenes, which is really dope that they got Farmer with a gun in there. But anyway... So today, guys, I do have some information from IGN, not about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but, you know, we did a video earlier talking about how the game could put, you know, the score and stuff like that. I know a lot of y'all don't care about IGN. That's fine. But at the end of the day, they do hold some weight as far as the rating of this game. And there are people out there who go, you know, by the book with IGN. So, you know, looking at IGN's real quick. Guys, they have revamped how they do their the scale, and it got simpler. So basically, they used to be on a 100-point model. Now they are currently on a 10-point model. Now what they would do is give 1.2s. Now this article is by Dan Stapleton. You could tell it was posted a couple days ago. I seen this when it was posted, but I just, you know, I was like, eh. But anyway, basically they said there'll be no more 7.1s or 8.9s or anything. Basically, they're just going to give a straight 1 to 10 score. And there is a video about this as well, but this is their rating system. 1 is unbearable, 2 is painful, 3 is awful, 4 is bad, 5 is mediocre, 6 is okay, 7 is good, 8 is great, 9 is amazing, and 10 is a masterpiece. So, DM, why are you bringing this up? Well, what are the two games that people are, in a sense, kind of relating with this game or talking about this game? Now, yeah, the Xenoverse or Legacy of Goku, but more recently, people are talking GTA and people are talking Breath of the Wild. So much so they even call it Dragon Ball Z Breath of the Wild or Kakarot of the Wild or whatever. The reason why I bring that up is because they actually give a scale, and I implore y'all to go read this article. It's pretty good. They give you a scale at the end of, well, I thought they did. There was a section on here where they told you about certain games and what they rated them. Obviously, it's not here. Still worthy of masterpiece. And I thought it was here. Obviously, it's not. So, here. Let's go here, guys. Yes, this is the scale. Okay, so this is what I was trying to get to. They give you a scale, so just showing it to you. The two games, look at this list. This is what they consider a 10, or these are games they have rated a 10. Simply put, this is our highest recommendation. There is no such thing as a truly perfect game. But those that earn masterpiece label from IGN comes as close as we could reasonably hope for. There are classics in the making that we hope, whatever. Y'all can go read that. Examples include God of War. That was a single player game that was a console exclusive, mind you, for the PlayStation 4. The Last of Us, also a single player game exclusive. If I'm not mistaken, that was a PlayStation exclusive. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, a single player RPG, also a console single with the Nintendo Switch. And then Grand Theft Auto 5. These two games right here at the bottom, both people we have related these games to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot because of the exploration and the way that Legend of Zelda plays. And then Grand Theft Auto with the cars. I know that's kind of a joke, but people still kind of mention the two together. Not in the sense of having online play, of course. Then The Last of Us and God of War. Like, you know, when I look at this list, I see God of War. It has RPG elements. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is an RPG. The Last of Us, it's known for its story. And then Grand Theft Auto is just known for its freedom to be able to do whatever you want. You mean to tell me that you don't think that Dragon Ball Z Kakarot could potentially get a 10? I mean, it's not in the rankings with some of these games. You know, you could say, well, it's not going to sell that many copies. I mean, if you go to PlayStation's YouTube channel and you look at the video trailer for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, it's gotten over 3 million views. I mean, it's possible. You know, and then look at the amazing games. Forza Horizon 4, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and then Resident Evil 2. 8. The Outer Worlds, The Division 2, Kingdom Hearts 3, which it's also been compared to in a sense, and then Greedfall, which we know that Dragon Ball FighterZ also got like an 8.5 or something to that effect. Like, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting that they're redoing the way that they score games. They're making it easier. And I was like, you know, I mean, could this be the first Dragon Ball game to get a 10 out of 10? It's possible. It's very possible. Guys, I have merchandise. Y'all know I have the merch. Check out the merchandise. The link is in the description box down below. We got some pretty cool things down there. Some shirts, some sweatshirts, not sweatshirts, the hoodies. We got the iPhone cases, the Samsung cases, and they're all priced very well. Actually priced lower than a lot of content creators. So I have to digress on that, but check it out. That link is in the description box below. Now, another thing that I want to get into before we get into the topic of something about the trailer that was missed is this puppy here. Yes, Dmgaming's Dragon Ball What If. Now, I talked about this with y'all, and today I actually do have a topic to discuss real briefly. Not nothing major, because of course I don't want to take up y'all's time like that. But this one comes from Adrian Diaz. And if you want to look at that. Adrian Diaz. You can't see that because of the phone and the lighting and all that, but I have to digress. And I know that my green screen is showing up here. The reason why is because of my hat for some reason. In order to get it in there, I kind of had to mess with the saturation. It's messing with the background, so you got to overlook that. I apologize. But anyway, Adrian Diaz says, what if Ultra Instinct is real? I like this. Now, there was a lot of great topics, guys, and trust me, we will get to them, but you know, what if Ultra Instinct was real? This is his question. And my answer to that is Ultra Instinct is kind of real. So we as humans, anything that we learn to do, we train to do it, and we end up getting to a point where we're able to do it without thinking about it. I've played sports through middle school, high school. I played sports in college. I'm coaching now. Y'all know that. Stuff like that. Like, you teach your players, you make them do certain drills over and 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 over again. The reason why is because you want them to get to a point to where, similar to Goku and Vegeta, you do stuff without thinking about it. So your body just learns to react. And my bad, let me turn that off. Your body just learns to react. And what happens is, then your mind can be thinking about something else. So I'm playing football. I play cornerback. Okay, I'm guarding a receiver. Every day I'm going through my drills, breaking on different routes, breaking on a slant route, breaking on a hitch, breaking on a fade route, stuff like that. If you know football, you know what I'm talking about. You want to get to a point where when that receiver makes a certain move that you just instinctively break on that. And then your mind could at that point be focusing on the ball and stuff like that. What it does, if you have to think about something in sports, if you have to think about something in music, if you have to think about it in art, whatever you have to think about, it slows you down. So when Whis was telling Goku and Vegeta about this, that is a very real concept, guys. And just look at your own life and anything that you do. If you play sports, it's easier for me to relate to that because I did sports. But it also works as well in music and other things, even in playing video games. Why do you think guys that are good in Call of Duty and good in some of these other games are really good? Because they've learned what we call muscle memory. You see what I'm saying? They've gotten to the point where their body just reacts. They see a guy pop around the corner, blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? Or in basketball or football or whatever sport that you play, you get to a point, these professional guys, they just instinctively react to certain stuff. Even in the military, they train people to react to certain situations. You see what I'm saying? And you do it without thinking about it. You see, same thing in perfect example, driving cars. I do a paper out in the morning. I do that so long. I've been doing it for almost 2 years, well, more than 2 years. But driving that same route over and over and over and over. You ever heard the term, I could do it with my eyes closed? that is in a sense our humanistic ultra instinct. Like truck drivers are prone to this as well, driving the same routes. You ever drive sometimes and you get to a point where you feel like you it's almost like you arrive at your destination and you're like, when did I even get here? Or I don't even remember the drive here. It's called driver hypnosis or road hypnosis or something to that effect, where you drive a route so long that your body is no longer attentive to everything around you. It kind of goes into its own space. Now you changing lanes and doing all this other stuff, but you're not even thinking about it. You're not even really aware that you're doing it because your mind is off somewhere else. And like I said, same way in sports and stuff like that. So Adrian, ultra instinct is real in our culture. I mean, you even look into martial arts. They train to be able to react. That's why their reaction time is so fast, because they don't have to actually think about doing stuff. They've done it and practiced it for so long that it just happens. You see what I'm saying? So that is real. That's a really cool thing. And that's the kind of topics that I would like to discuss, guys. So that was a good question for him, guys. I mean, you can do the science and look into all of that stuff all you want to, but that's good for Dmgaming's Dragon Ball What If. Now back to some video stuff. So in the trailer, they titled the trailer "This Time" on Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. The announcer guy during the trailer even says that as well. The reason I find that interesting is because I'm just gonna maximize this, man, because you know what? I don't like the little thing at the top. Anyway, the thing I want to bring up with that is, if there's a this time, then there's definitely a next time. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, of course we know there's going to be DLC for it. I'm not talking about next time on Dragon Ball Z Kakarot in the sense of like a sequel. Because honestly, guys, like I've told y'all, they've already said they don't have plans to make this game into a sequel. And the way that this game is structured and set up, there is no need to, because you can add more things to the skill tree. You can add more things to combos the same way they do in Xenoverse. You can add different missions and stuff like that into the game, sagas and stuff. And the art style is already phenomenal. Like, these things can be done with simple patches, and especially it's easier with it being a single player game. You don't have to get into the multiplayer element, things like that. And I mean, eventually, if they wanted to, technically, yeah, they could add some kind of multiplayer feature via DLC. I don't know. I'm not getting into that because honestly, I don't care right now. But with that being said, expect and I guess it's more of a marketing type of discussion. Like, they're already setting the page to have this thing run for some time. Like, I don't see this game just going on for a year. You know, maybe the support for this game will go on maybe 2 years. I mean, if we look at the route that Dragon Ball FighterZ went and Xenoverse, both of those games were supported for years. Okay, FighterZ, you know, it's been years. Xenoverse definitely has been years. So I expect this game to be the same way. Now, I know people ask the question about Dragon Ball. What if Dragon Ball's in the game? What can they do with Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Super. And it's one of those things, guys, where even if they started with Dragon Ball Super, I think we would still be saying, man, I wish they would start from Dragon Ball Z. Like, it's almost like you're giving something so good that we always want more. We always want something more. When is it ever enough? You get what I'm saying? Like, think about this. They've already told us why they went with Dragon Ball Z instead of Dragon Ball Super. And that's simply because the way that Super, a bunch of people are coming into the game, coming into the series at Super, and they want to give some backdrop. And I know people are going to say, well, if you want to give backdrop, why not start at Dragon Ball? Now, I'm not going to lie. A Dragon Ball based open world RPG game would be fun. But think about this. There's more places and there's a lot more things went on in different locations that support a open world game in Dragon Ball Z than in Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball. You know, a lot of Dragon Ball took place at the World Tournament. A lot of Dragon Ball Super took place in tournament stages as well, aside from the Goku Black Art, you know, and Battle of Gods and I guess Picasso and OF. So, but you get what I'm saying. So think about those things. Like, they have to start with the most popular thing and the most well-known thing, and that is Dragon Ball Z. So you have to consider that, and then understand that whenever, you know, they're leaving the door open for Dragon Ball Super, they could always do prequel related stuff in Dragon Ball. And then not to mention they already have characters in place from Dragon Ball, and possibly, I mean, with the characters now from Dragon Ball Z. They can make the playable characters, the support characters like Krillin, T, and Yamcha, all of those guys, they could make those guys playable if they wanted to. Please like, share, subscribe, Game Finisher. Thanks. So, well, that's your shout out there, Game Finisher. But this is Dmgaming. So, yeah. But anyway, so they have that structure set in place already. So, technically, that building block is there. And I can see the marketing going in the direction of next time. You see what I'm saying? So like once the game comes out and they start talking about DLC and stuff like that, expect another trailer that's going to say next time on Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Like when they start marketing the DLC, when they start marketing the season pass, that's what I expect them to start saying things like that. This time on Dragon Ball Z is for right now. Next time on Dragon Ball Z is going to be for the DLC and stuff like that. And that's really dope that I think, you know, that they're doing that. Well, I'm not doing it. That's speculation that they would do it as far as next time. But think about that, guys. Why would they say this time if there's not going to be a next time? There's definitely going to be a next time. So I just thought, I mean, it's something small, guys. It's not nothing major, but I really thought that it was really cool, you know, to notice that. And then the stuff with the IGN stuff and the Dragon Ball with them. So, guys, it's a happy day. It's Sunday. We got next week, and then the game comes out the following week. We are so close to release. I'm excited. I know you guys are excited. We'll be streaming it on the channel. People are asking me, will I be doing it on the channel? Yes, I will be playing the game on the channel. Also plan on making separate gameplay videos. Now, since school start back, time is going to be pressed a little bit, so I may have to come up with a schedule for the live streams, like maybe a couple hours on the weekend or something like that, and then throughout the week, just doing gameplay videos or small streams or something to that effect. I may just end up anytime that I'm playing the game, just streaming. I mean, that's the best way to get people watching it, and it saves me time on making actual videos, or I could just make a video discussing certain things about the gameplay from the previous day. So just let me know in the comment section down there what y'all think. And also thanks for the likes, man. We hit like 700 likes, and it's, you know, try to get 1,000. Probably will get to 1,000, I don't know, but I thought it was really cool that many of y'all followed that request to like the video. So I appreciate that. But that's all I got for right now, y'all. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.